You know, I think it was yesterday when I said in my video that Snog, Marry, Pie's a game you can't win. Someone disagreed with me and said, you know, that's not true. You can win this game. It's a very easy game to play. But isn't exactly what is happening with Shakira and Harry proof that what I said is correct? Because here you have Shakira really upset that Harry tried to marry her instead of snog her. And this is why I think the game has no winners. Especially if you're in a couple. I think if you're not in a couple, perhaps you're a bit safer. When you're in a couple, absolutely not. Here's the clip that they're going to show tonight that was shown on Aftersun last night.
How are you feeling?
How do you think I'm feeling?
I don't think you're feeling very good after that challenge, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
However, to me, saying I would like to marry you is much more of a compliment than kissing someone else. I do see something here with you. It's crazy to say because it's been a week, but I feel like we spent a lot of time together and I just think you're someone I could see myself with.
You look like an idiot if you thought that I was going to be okay with that.
I don't want to hurt you.
But you
I
have.
haven't tried to hurt you, Shakira.
You look like a tosspot.
And now we have our first look for today, which is going to be quite brief, but I think succinct nonetheless. Here we go, chaps. On Love Island tonight, Shakira confronts Harry after he kissed Helena during Snog, Marry, Pie, so you've seen that. And she tells him, everything is telling me to burn it. Okay, so she wants to end things with Harry. Are we surprised? Does anyone want to continue anything with Harry? Meanwhile, it's time for a recoupling. And the boys get to pick. And while Harry admits he's currently in choppy waters, Harrison picks the girl he naturally gravitates towards. Who will it be? Well, I think it might be Helena. What do you reckon? I think Harrison's going to pick Helena. I don't think he'll pick Tony. You know, in Snog, Marry, Pie yesterday, he married Tony, but he kind of did that as a wimpy option. I think he probably wanted to pie her, but knew that would just cause such huge problems it wasn't worth it. But nevertheless, I feel like him and Tony not going forward now. So if he picks Tony tonight, it'll be because he's scared to tell her it's over. But I think he'll go for Helena, and if he gets there before Harry, that will mean Harry will have to recouple with Shakira. Will she even want that? No. But I don't see what else he's going to do. I wonder who's going to be vulnerable after the Will anyone be vulnerable after the recoupling tonight? No idea, because I can't count the numbers right now. The next day, it's the heart rate challenge, and Alima's entrance stuns the boys. Helena and Harry whisper in each other's ears. Okay, that's hardly shocking. And Giorgio pours melted chocolate on himself. Right. That's not something I want to ever see. However, when the results come in, there's a few shock revelations. Who will end up in the doghouse? The heart rate challenge is probably my least favourite Love Island challenge because I think it proves absolutely nothing. I don't get it at all. Because I just feel like, well, even if you're in a committed relationship with someone, seeing another person of the opposite sex, if you're heterosexual, dressed in a sexy, provocative way would excite you. Even though you're married, it could be. You know what I mean? It doesn't prove anything. It doesn't mean that because you see someone dressed sexy and find them attractive and that makes you more excited than looking at your wife, that you don't love your wife anymore. But in Love Island, it seems to work that way. So if Alima comes in looking all sexy and DeJohn's heart rate is higher for Alima than it was for Meg, Meg will be furious. But it proves nothing. It just proves that, oh look, a man has seen a woman without her clothes on and has got excited. Similarly, a woman has seen a man without his clothes on and has got excited. So I really think it's a pointless challenge, but it's used, of course, as that catalyst to start further arguments. Sadly, everyone, that is all I have for you today thus far, because information is sparse and isn't getting out there at the pace I'd like it to. But it is what it is, isn't it? I'm relying on these other sources, you know, and if they don't provide the information, I'm like, I have tried to contact the Love Island press office, but they don't respond to me. Oh dear, that says a lot, doesn't it, about me and my standards. Never mind. Now, what do you think is going to happen then? You like the idea of tonight's episode? What do you think is going to happen in the heart rate challenge? Put your comments below. Who do you think is going to race after who? I mean, someone like Yasmin, she's going to go to town, isn't she? Do you like the idea of Giorgio being covered in chocolate? I mean, that's just scary. It's like Curtis in All Stars in his Heart Rate Challenge when he ran towards the girls and they literally fled because they were scared. It was like a whole herd of mosquitoes was coming their way. What do we think about Shakira and Harry? Do you care about Shakira and Harry? Do you mind where this relationship... Are you even invested in that relationship? We all know Harry will eventually work his way back to Helena. It looks like it's going to be a long way around. Who do you think is going to go with who in the recoupling? Do you think anyone will be dumped? I don't think that's going to happen because we just had a dumping on Friday. Thoughts below, please, as always. And as always, enjoy this particularly warm Monday afternoon.